Hello everybody. How are we all doing today or tonight or whenever you're seeing this? Before we get on with the video, which you're going to want to stick around for, it's a great story today. I would appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'd love to see you back. I'd love to see a comment, and let's talk about this. Okay, so let's get going. Alrighty, if you hear my AC, I apologize. It's just too hot to film in my studio. I don't have any AC in there, so we are in my bedroom today filming. Also, my little baby is in the area because it is the house, so you'll probably hear him have his opinion known. Just ignore him. He's very opinionated. He's with his daddy. He's totally fine. But if you've been following me on TikTok and that's how you found me, hi babe, how you doing? You probably already know this, but I went to a cosmetology school and it was horrible. It had lots of issues, and I want to share my stories and my experiences so you can avoid the same fate that I had. Now at this school, like most schools, they had a financial advisor to help with student loans and all of that. It's basically just the same as any other college, just for hair. But anyway, they had a financial advisor, and we're gonna call her Miss Candy because she appeared to be as sweet as pumpkin pie, as buttermilk pie, honey. She was just like a piece of candy. It was almost toothachingly sweet. After being enrolled there for a minute, I figured out why she was so nice, which I will tell another story, but this story is not about that. This story is about the time that we all saw a little bit more of Miss Candy than we bargained for. I started hearing rumors about how she was kind of, messing around with all the attractive male Cosmo students. We had quite a few of them too. We had a lot of guys at this school, and she went out of her way to make sure they all had her Instagram. But when I tried to find her Instagram, it was private, and we weren't that close, so I never asked for it. And honestly, I don't think she would give it to me. She didn't follow any of the girls. If she did, I don't know who, because I asked, and all the girls I asked said no, she won't follow me. But it didn't really matter to me anyway. It's an Instagram. And personally, from my high school experience, teachers really don't like to follow you until you're out of school, which makes sense because it's not professional to follow students, because everything you post may not be professional. Leading up to why you shouldn't follow your students, this is a great example of this. So I come into school one day and everybody is in a tizzy. Everybody's talking, everybody's like looking over their shoulder, and usually Miss Candy would be at the bar. We have a hair bar, and that's where she usually would sit in the mornings because we would have morning meetings. But she wasn't there, and her office was locked up. And that's weird for her. She's always there. She hardly ever misses a day. But everybody is just in their little groups, chit-chatting, and I have a friend group, and they see me come in, and they immediately swarm me and ask me, "Oh, Claire, have you heard about what happened with Miss Candy? Girl, Miss Candy got caught up." I was like, I just came in. What happened? All of a sudden, one of my friends at school, we'll call her Lily. Lily popped her phone in my face, and it was too close to my face. So when I backed up, all I saw was boobies. Boobies everywhere. And before I could even look at the face, they screamed, "That's Candy! That's Miss Candy!" So of course, I'm like, why do you have a picture of Miss Candy naked? That's weird. I don't want to see this. Why do you have it? So Lily goes on to explain, Claire, one of the boys, leaked from her Instagram. Apparently, she does nude modeling all of the time, and that's why it's private, because she doesn't want us all seeing her. But one of the boys took a bunch of screenshots and has been sharing it with everybody in the school. So suddenly all the pieces started coming together. She's not here probably because she's embarrassed, or she got in trouble, or a mix of both. I don't know, but shoot, if my nudes were going around the school, I wouldn't be there either. That's embarrassing. Mainly because, not because she's nude. Obviously she does it as a part-time gig or something, but obviously she didn't want her boss seeing that. I don't like to talk about religion a lot, especially on my platform or any other place for that matter, but this school was supposed to be a Christian-based school, which is hilarious. The man that ran it, we're going to call him Mr. C. Mr. C didn't own the school, but he was in charge of all the students, all the faculty, all of that. If you're from my TikTok, you probably remember Mr. C. Yeah, I had a close relationship with Mrs. W. Mrs. W. Yeah, that one. He was very much a stickler about the dress code and holding up a good standing with the public and all of that. Basically, he wanted all of us, especially the staff, to be very professional, clean cut, and don't mess up. Unless you're Miss W. Ooh. Anyway, let me get off my petty box. We're all talking about these illicit pictures or explicit pictures that had just been leaked of Miss Candy, and all of a sudden the room just goes silent. And when I turn around, this 6 foot, probably over 6 foot, he was a very tall man. This 6 foot man has this big old scowl on his face, and he's just looking at us with so much disdain and anger. You could just feel how upset he was. He looks at us straight in the face, all of us, and says, "I know what you're talking about. It needs to stop, and we're gonna have a meeting about it at the front at the bar, like we always do every day, and I need you there right now." So of course, we all go to the front, and we're all sitting, and there is so the bar has seats, basically where you can dye and color people's hair. So those seats get taken up, and at the back there's a wall, and the wall has, what are they called? They're like those benches, you see at restaurants with the cushion pads. Yeah, it's like that at the wall. So that's where the rest of us sit. And if there's no more room, we just go grab chairs from the classroom, which is right next to the bar. So that's what we all did, and we all sat there in silence, waiting for Mr. C to collect his thoughts. If you've ever, when your principal comes in and they're like really mad at you, like at school, and they just need you to be silent, he did that until we were all sitting down. He goes on to talk about what happened and how, I'm going to say it like he said, if I can remember. He basically started off like, "I know we've all seen the pictures. She has been talked to. This is not what we uphold at this school. And if she follows you or you follow her, I need you to unfollow." Pretty much is what he said. Honestly, I think she got a slap on the wrist, because if this had happened at a high school, there is no way she would have came back up in here. There is no way. But after about a couple of weeks, she came back in and did the walk of shame. She pretty much came in, she wasn't smiley or giddy, and she had a t-shirt all the way up to her neck after that. It was kind of funny, actually. After that, pretty much all of us didn't think she was as sweet as she tried to make herself look like anymore. And I think she realized that because her personality and her attitude did kind of start to shift. And you could see that she just didn't care as much anymore. But she didn't quit. This was not her final straw. She did eventually get fired. I'll probably do that in the next video because this did not really faze her much. I think she went on to date a couple more of the Cosmo kids. I say kids, they're adults. I promise they're adults. The Cosmo boys after this, so I really don't think it fazed her. But I believe I will be telling the next story. I'm hoping on Monday is what I'm going to shoot for, about how she did get fired. Because I really didn't have many issues with her. It was just this story and one more story that I can remember. The other story is probably a little better, but honestly, she kept that persona up until she got she got caught slipping, and then she just wasn't as sweet anymore. She just kind of turned into a normal person. She wasn't trying to be Malibu Barbie after that. Now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about this set because the story's over. She basically got caught with her nudes. They got leaked around the whole school and she got in trouble. That's pretty much all that happened, which is crazy that nothing happened. But nothing happened. Anyway, these nails are so cute. I actually got them from one of you guys. One of you guys suggested that I do a matte purple set in a short oval, and that's exactly what I did. I'm gonna be putting these up on my Etsy for sale. They're size small medium, so if you like them and are interested, go pick them up. I absolutely love them. I just love the embellishments. They're like simple and cute and not too much. If you're trying to get into jewels on your nails, this is really a good starting point. It's just not too much, but they're there so you can get used to wearing them and feeling their weight. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Yeah, that's it. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this little story time. I would always appreciate a like, a follow, a comment. Follow me on TikTok. I do post short versions of these stories there if you don't want to listen to me rambling and talking about nonsense. But yeah, I think that's it. I hope you have a great day, night, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. I hope it's great. And I will catch you in the next story time about how Miss Candy got herself fired. Bye, guys. I totally lied, guys. Hello and goodbye at the same time. Please subscribe. All right, don't be a stranger. Toodaloo.